The Apple Photos app on your Mac is hiding 6 powerful features that would completely change how you store, find, and enjoy your pictures if Apple bothered to tell you what they were and how to use them. But most people never even stumble across tip number 1. That changes today. Stick around. I got you covered. I'm Dylan Stewart, the Mac Whisperer, and today I've got 6 tips that are going to completely transform the way you use photos on your Mac forever. From uncovering some of the simple tools that have been hiding in plain sight to some of my best organizational tips, I guarantee you'll learn something you didn't know. And definitely stick around for the Mac Whisperer Power Tip, because today we are taking a deep dive on smart albums. Not just what they are, but how to use them with intention. Before we dive in, if you'd like to follow along, grab your free Smart Guide. Smart Guides are step-by-step PDFs that cover every tip in today's lesson, so you don't need to take notes or rewind. Scan the QR code on your screen or grab the link in the description below. And now, let's get to work. Here's tip number 1. Tip number 1 is about a tool that's hiding in plain sight at the top of your Photos window. And once you know it's there, you'll wonder how you ever manage without it. If you've ever found yourself scrolling, hunting, and trying to find a favorite photo, a screenshot, or a video that you just edited, then the filter button is going to change how you look for photos immediately. You'll find the filter button on the top of the Photos app right here. Click it, and a panel opens up with filtering options that change what you're seeing in your library. Favorites will show you just your favorite pictures. If I click on Videos, it hides the photos and shows only my video clips. And you can always click the All Items button to remove the filter or to go back to all of your library. If I click on Photos, it eliminates all of the videos and only shows still images. That makes it simple to find the pictures without having to dodge all of the video content that's just getting in the way. And screenshots? This is a power tool that most people overlook. You see, every screenshot you've ever taken on any Apple device can be found instantly with just one click. You can even use the filter to show you any photos that have not yet been put into an album. Clicking right here in the Not in an Album immediately highlights only the pictures that haven't been put away. And the best part is that it's stackable, meaning that you can use it to find your favorite photos, or just your favorite videos, or photos that you recently edited, or even your favorite screenshots. This makes it easy to find whatever pictures you're looking for without having to hunt around. You see, the brilliance of the filter is that you don't have to leave the album or the photos you're looking at in order to locate different kinds of images. No matter what album you're in, when you come up to that filter, it will automatically allow you to separate the different images with just a click, so that you're always one step away from your favorites or anything else that you're looking for. And when you're done, click All Items, and it turns that filter off, leaving everything where you started. If you have a ton of albums scattered across your photo library, then tip number 2 is going to simplify everything for you. Most people know all about using albums in the Photos app. It's pretty easy, right? You come to your library, grab a bunch of pictures, right-click on them, you come over to Add to New Album. And that album then lives in your sidebar with all of the other albums you've got. But over time, you end up with a laundry list of random albums, random projects or trips that you took, or pictures you want to show for one reason or another, or random memes you saw online somewhere. It becomes more and more convoluted, and then you end up scrolling up and down and up and down on the sidebar every time you're looking for an album. It becomes chaotic. This infinite scroll of albums begs to be organized in one way or another. Folders fix that. A folder in Photos is a container that can hold albums and even other folders inside of it. So instead of a list of 57 albums, you could have a folder called Family, or one called Travel, or a folder for all of the pictures of your best friends. And inside of each of these folders, you could have relevant albums organized based on the folder. It's easy to create a folder by coming up to the top of the albums list, and right here where it says albums, you can click those three dots and go to where it says new folder. You can also create a new folder by coming up to the file menu and choosing new folder from up here, or by using the keyboard shortcut Shift plus Command plus N. Once you create that folder, it goes onto the sidebar. You give it a simple name like Halloween. And then you can drag any albums you want into that folder just like this. You can even nest other folders within folders, which is going to completely alter the way you organize your photo library. Instead of having albums for everything, you can have a folder that holds all of these albums inside of it. Instead of having Halloween album after Halloween album after Halloween album, you can take those Halloween albums and you can put them into a Halloween folder. But even better than that, you could create a folder called Holidays and Events where you could put all of the separate holidays and events into that one folder. Meaning right here, all of your holiday and events are in one place. Opening it up, here are each of the separate holidays. All of those Father's Days, all of the Mother's Days, all of the Easters, all of the baby showers, even all of the birthdays. Once you start to create folders for organization, it simplifies things. If you're constantly wishing that you could alphabetize your albums, which you actually can do, but that's a topic for another video, or if you spend more time scrolling up and down to find your albums than actually looking at them, this is going to change everything. When I want to find pictures of my daughter, I go into my family folder, and right here I've got my Phoebe folder with all the pictures of my daughter, or all the pictures of my son, or all the pictures of my wife and I. It makes it simple to find what you're looking for because you're no longer scrolling up and down and hunting for it. And that brings us to tip number 3, understanding when to use the sidebar and when to use the main window. Tip number 3 is a foundational concept that clears up confusion for anyone who's never quite sure where they are inside Photos or what they're looking at. You see, Photos has two main areas, the sidebar that shows up on the left side and the main window on the right. Once you understand the relationship between them, the whole app clicks into place. The sidebar is your navigation panel, your table of contents. It lists everything from your library to your collections to your favorites to all of your albums. But the main window is your workspace. This is where you can use the filter we talked about before to highlight photos or all your videos. Inside of the main window, you can double-click on any image in order to edit it simply. What you see in the main window depends entirely on what's selected in the sidebar. Click on your memes album, memes appear. Click favorites, and your favorites appear. On the sidebar, folders look like a folder, and albums look like a single image. But when you're looking in the main window, folders look different. If you look on the sidebar here, you'll see that I have a Hawaii folder. But over here, the Hawaii folder looks completely different. Instead of looking like a folder, we see 4 images. What we're looking at is the first 4 albums that are inside of that folder. So here we see the Christian in Hawaii. Here we see Hawaii itself. That's the one in the upper right. If we double click on a folder in the main window, we'll see all of the albums inside of it. When people start using folders, most people continue to use the sidebar exclusively, which means that you're constantly opening these folders and opening subfolders again and again and again, which causes you to have to scroll all the time on the sidebar, which, for any of you guys who know me, know that I cannot stand scrolling. It's just a complete productivity killer. Scrolling up, scrolling down, trying to hunt around. It makes me crazy, so I tend to use the sidebar to get places, but the main window to do actual work on my photos. And there's another problem with the sidebar. You can only move one album at a time or one folder at a time. But if instead we were to work in the main window, we could move all of those at the same time. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to click where it says All Albums. This is going to show me the list of all of the different albums I've got. And we can see my Halloween albums start here and go all the way down to here. So I can click on one Halloween album, hold my Shift button down and click on the last Halloween album, which selects all of them. And now I can click on any one of them and just drag it right onto the Halloween folder and release it. And suddenly I've filed all of those Halloween albums at once. So the sidebar is great for navigation, but it's lousy for moving things because sometimes you need to move more than one thing at a time. And as you guys get used to using folders, you're going to be doing it a lot. So understanding sidebar, great for navigation, main window, better for doing the real work. And as you master that, it's going to simplify everything that you do. In iOS 18, Apple introduced a new concept to the Photos app called Collections, which you'll find on the top of your sidebar on the computer. In this section, you'll find tools like Featured Photos or the Memories section, which creates slideshows for your favorite people, your favorite places, and specific times of year. You'll even find the People and Pets section that automatically identifies people and categorizes it for you. So it's always an easy thing to find the best pictures of your mom or the best pictures of your dad without you having to do anything. This is your Collections section, and it's an amazing, powerful tool to help you organize your library without having to do all that work. But most people just leave the Collections section exactly as Apple set it up and never give it another thought. But you're not most people, and you don't have to leave it this way. Start off by clicking the three dots on the toolbar here and choosing where it says Reorder. From here, you'll see all of the different collections that are available. Shared Albums shows all of the albums that you've shared with other people or that other people have shared with you. Albums is your albums. Featured Photos are some of your best pictures. People and Pets helps you identify your favorite people and your favorite pets quickly. Recent Days shows you the most recent pictures you've taken. Media Types helps you separate your videos from your selfies, from your live photos, from your panoramas. Utilities can help you find duplicate photos, hidden photos, or your favorites. Your Trips shows you all of the pictures from your recent vacations. And your Memories creates automatic slideshows based on people, places, and times of year. So take a moment, come into the three dots, come into Reorder, and go through each of these and put them in the best order for you. If you don't like Memories, pull them down towards the bottom. If you're always looking for your shared albums, pop it up to the top. You can reorganize this section to find whatever it is that you're looking for on a regular basis. Once you're done reorganizing it, click the Done button in the upper right-hand corner, which brings us right to tip number 5, which is my favorite collection, the Pinned collection. For tip number 5, we're going to take our collections game up to the next level. You see, one of our collections is called the Pinned collection. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the most important collection of them all because it's an easy way for you to highlight your most important sections of your photo library. If you're constantly looking for your favorite memes or pictures of your wife or your son, rather than constantly scrambling, you can add them to the Pin section. Anything in the Pin section will be located here inside of your collections, but it will also show up on the sidebar on the left, making it easier than ever to get those great new pictures of your new son and share them with people. To pin anything, you can come to it on the sidebar and right-click on it and choose the little pin icon right here. You can also come to any collection and right-click to pin that as well. As soon as you pin things, they show up in your pin section here, but they also show up on the sidebar over here. So let's grab the Parker Faves album and let's just move it right up to the top so I can get to it quickly and easily. So now there's no excuse for you to hunt around for a specific album, a specific person, or even a specific vacation. Just a quick pin, and now it's one click away anytime you're looking for it. Tip number 6 is about learning how to search smarter. The Photos search bar is so much more powerful than most people realize. When you click on that simple search bar, you can search in a ton of different ways. You can use the recents that you see up here, or some of the suggestions they've got, or you can just start typing. You can search for a person, and it'll find that person in your library. Or you can search for a location, and it'll find that location. That's awesome. Or you can search for a category like boats, and it'll find pictures of boats. But here's where it gets even better, because you can stack your search terms. Watch this. Let's start by typing my son's name and selecting him. It's important to note the different icons because they're telling you what kind of pictures it's finding. This icon means that it's finding a person with that name, while this icon means it's finding this word somewhere in the photo. And this icon means that it's finding the word in the name of a photo. This shows you that it's finding the word in a location. And this one means it's finding the word in an album. Let's click on Christian the person, which finds all the pictures of Christian. But now I'm going to add a place. As I type in Hawaii, you can see it's found the Hawaiian Islands. And there are 338 pictures of Christian in Hawaii. Now I'm going to add my dad in. You'll see that it finds the contact info for my dad. As I click this, there are 35 pictures of Christian and my dad in Hawaii. So you can stack these searches one on top of the other, making it easier than ever for you to find that picture you're looking for. It's amazing what you can do with search once you stop hunting and start finding. So right about now, you're probably blown away by all of the amazing tools inside of the Photos app, and it's finally starting to make sense. If you're excited about how much better you're going to be able to use this app, give this video a thumbs up. It helps other people find this video, and it lets me know that you'd like to see more videos like this. And if you've got a question, a comment, or an awesome Photos trick of your own that I didn't cover, drop it in the comments section. I love to hear from you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, that's like scrolling through hundreds of albums endlessly and never getting organized. Don't do that. Let me help you out. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notify bell so that you'll always be alerted whenever I drop new content. Now let's push aside Grandma's old box of photos and jump right into the power tip. One of the questions I get all the time is, what are smart albums and how do you use them? With a regular album, you drag photos into it manually, but a smart album builds itself based on the rules that you set. And it populates the album with every photo that matches that criteria, now and in the future. Every time a new photo meets your criteria, it appears in the album without you touching a thing. But it's important to note that smart albums don't actually organize photos, they just help you find them. So it's not great for sorting, but it's ideal for locating specific photos. To create one, come to the File menu in the menu bar and choose where it says New Smart Album. A dialog box will open up where you can name your smart album and build your rules. Let's call this one Parker and Daddy. Now you can stack as many rules as you need. You start in the far left area where you have options like album or date captured or date added or photo or camera model. I'm going to choose person and pet. Here we have a modifier. Person, pet includes, does not include, is not, starts with, ends with. I'm going to say includes. And then in the far right section, I'm going to put in Parker. And then I'm going to click the plus button on the right to add an additional criteria. When you start adding additional criteria, you're going to notice this button up here that gives you the option of matching all of your rules or any of your rules. The difference is all of your rules requires every rule to match. In other words, it needs to include Parker and me. As I click the plus button and add additional things, I might also do date captured is in the range January 1st to April 10th. When I have the Smart Album set to all, it means that the pictures it finds include Parker and Dylan and are in this range. If you change it to any, it means they include Parker or Dylan or the range. So you want to be careful what you do, because with any selected, I've got 31,000 pictures. Because there's a lot of pictures of me, and there's a lot of pictures of Parker, and there's a lot of pictures I took that year. So you be careful by making sure you're using the all or the any properly. Now with this, what I've got is all the pictures of Parker and me from the 1st of January all the way to today. When I click OK, it creates that smart album, so you can use smart albums to locate specific people or groups of people. But that's just one of the uses for smart albums. And if you're looking for pictures from a specific period of time, like that Halloween when everyone had the cool costumes, rather than hunting around, you can come up to File, New Smart Album, come here and use Date Captured is in the range 10/25/2017 to 11/1/2017. And here are those Halloween pictures without my having to hunt around. But the smart album I want to leave you with is easily the most valuable smart album that I've ever created. My automatic to sort album. You see, I like to take my library and I like to organize it. I like to put things into folders, into albums. I like to make it as easy as possible to find the pictures I'm hunting for without having to search for them. But one of the problems is that as I take more and more pictures, there are always going to be pictures I haven't sorted yet. Instead, let's create a smart album to make it easy. Come up to the File menu, New Smart Album, and this one has a super simple criteria. Start by giving it a name, like Unsorted, and then click on the first rule here and change it to Album is not any. And just like that, every time new photos come in, they'll come in here, allowing you to assign them to their proper albums. And then when the album is empty, your library is fully organized. But this album will refill itself automatically every time new photos arrive, so the sorting process never falls behind. So let's recap. Tip number 1, master the filter. That'll help you find favorites, videos, photos, and screenshots with a single click. Tip 2, use folders to organize your album so you can find any album quickly without having to scroll or alphabetize. Tip 3, navigate with your sidebar, but do the main work in the main window. The sidebar controls what you see. The main window gives you the room to really get to work. You can only move one item at a time from the sidebar, but the main window lets you grab or file multiple items simultaneously. Tip 4, customize your collections. Show what you use the most, hide what you don't. Tip number 5, pin your most used folders, albums, and collections so that they're always just one click away. Tip 6, search smarter with stacked terms, names, places, time periods, and subjects all at once. And of course, the power tip, create smart albums intentionally to help you find pictures quickly without having to hunt around. So that's what we've got for today's video, all about my top 6 tips for Apple Photos on the Mac. If you haven't had a chance yet, now's a great time to grab your free smart guide. The link is in the description, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. I hope you learned a ton today, but remember, there's always more to learn. Check out this video over here for even more amazing Apple tips and tricks. I'm Dylan Stewart, the Mac Whisperer, and I'll see you in the comments.